But now Canadian sensation Misha Cirkunov, he's made short work of his UFC opposition thus far in this fight. He draws another finisher in newcomer Cutelaba. Unbeaten for more than 4 years, Toronto's Misha Cirkunov entered the octagon for the first time in 2015 and became an immediate factor in the UFC's light heavyweight division thanks to decisive finishes of Daniel Jolly and Alex Nicholson. Tonight, Cirkunov returns to action against hungry newcomer Cutelaba. Winner of 7 fights in a row, the Republic of Moldova native has finished each of those 7 bouts in the first round. And he's got every intention of making it 8 in a row against the Ontario favorite. Coming up next, Cutelaba faces Misha Cirkunov. Mother. Dude, this guy's been smiling more than Sam Alvey this week, and why not? It is UFC Fight Week #1 for Cutelaba, 11-1 with 1 no contest for his career. He's got the rhythm, as you can see here, too. Comes in tonight having won his last 7.
Well, this guy is extremely explosive, has 7 finishes in less than 30 seconds. That is just ridiculous. And that's why I'm so excited about this fight against Cirkunov, who also is a fast fighter, has a lot of finishes early on, and I don't see this one going the distance. Both these guys love to get the finish.
Cutelaba, born in 1993, just 22 years old as the southpaw. Spends a lot of his time training on power and technique, spars regularly, very good hands. He's also a fighter who not only, he's never seen a 3rd round, he's also never fought a southpaw, so that potentially could bear watching here tonight against Cirkunov.
He is making his UFC debut. He seems pretty relaxed as he dances his way into the octagon. But we will see how he performs once he gets in there. But as you said, John, this guy really can crack.
So 9 of his 11 wins have come in the first round. He's got 10 in 1:13 or less. 7 finishes in under 30 seconds for Cutelaba. So here is the 29-year-old, the Latvian-born Toronto native, Misha Cirkunov, 11-2 for his career and off to a fine start in the UFC. He's really very quickly become a 205er that a lot of people have their eyes on. Hard to do much better than he did against Daniel Jolly and Alex Nicholson in his first 2 UFC starts.
Well, I've been hearing about Cirkunov for a long time on the grappling circuit.
Yeah.
Really has done some amazing things in wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But he really is coming in here hot. Won his last 6 and has actually finished his last 6 opponents, so doesn't get much better than that.
5 of those finishes coming in the first round. The only one that didn't was that nasty neck crank against Alex Nicholson back in February in Las Vegas. So Misha Cirkunov representing Extreme Couture Toronto, looking to improve to 3-0 here in the UFC. He said of his opponent, Cutelaba, knockout specialist with heavy hands, so, you know, he's expecting a very hard fight here. I think the odds reflect that. Cirkunov, not this massive favorite, just about 2-1. He knows what he's in for against Cutelaba tonight. Our tale of the tape is sponsored by Bud Light. Raise 1, 2 right now. The 29-year-old Misha Cirkunov taking on Cutelaba, representing the Republic of Moldova. Cutelaba 22, Cirkunov is 29. Cirkunov 2 inches taller. He weighed in 205 and 1/2 pounds. 202 at a hook for Cutelaba. 2-inch reach advantage for Cirkunov. Here's Bruce Buck.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a combat sambo fighter holding a professional record, 11 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 202 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Chisinau, Republic of Moldova, Cutelaba. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Misha Cirkunov. Now where the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, ready to go here. A light heavyweight bout that a lot of fans have their eyes on. Iwan Cutelaba doing his best to try to intimidate Misha Cirkunov. First southpaw fighter that Cutelaba has ever fought.
Oh. 2 explosive men going at it here. Cutelaba, 7 finishes in less than 30 seconds. And Cirkunov has 8 first-round finishes.
Cirkunov got to be careful with that left hand.
Oh! Big left hand there from Cirkunov. Seemed to daze Cutelaba there.
Every fight, every strike I should say, on either side being thrown with fight-ending intentions.
Cutelaba seems to be the faster man, though. Both men, serious knockout power. Cirkunov is kind of giving up that lead foot position, which is going to make him susceptible to the right hand of Cutelaba. He's got to be careful with that.
Audio crowd getting behind Misha Cirkunov here.
Oh, there's that right hand. Looks like he got hit with that over the ear. And that's what happens when you give up that lead foot position. Nice left hand there from Cirkunov off the break.
Both guys having their chins here tested just over a minute in. Cutelaba just out of range with that right hand.
See if Cirkunov mixes things up and attacks the legs of Cutelaba. That single is there. Cirkunov trying to take away the lead hand of Cutelaba. Patting it down with his right hand.
Cutelaba started with 12 years of Greco-Roman wrestling, turned pro in MMA at 18 years old. He has never seen a 3rd round. Eats a right hand there from Cirkunov. Way off on that spinning attempt, Kenny.
And Cutelaba was fighting from the southpaw position there. Oh! Big left hand from Cirkunov. Cutelaba just ate it.
How about that shin? 9 of Cutelaba's 11 wins have come by knockout or TKO.
Oh, man. It's impressive to see these guys throw down. Throwing with crazy power. Oh! Big mistake by Cirkunov. Went for a throw from the body lock and now finds himself in the mount position. Cirkunov with a nice escape. Wow. That's the danger of those sacrifice throws. You can give up that top position.
Cutelaba's only pro loss came by disqualification due to punches to the back of the head. Seems totally unfazed by this UFC spotlight, fighting an up-and-coming contender in his UFC debut. Total strikes even at 14 through 3+ minutes.
Cirkunov, very intelligent approach to mixed martial arts. Very well-rounded, very dangerous. And trying to use his experience here against Cutelaba. You know, if there's one knock on Cirkunov is that he isn't so efficient. Sometimes doesn't pace himself so well, can get tired in fights, and has to make sure he doesn't do that here. But For a guy in Cutelaba who hasn't been to the third round, that might be the approach for Cirkunov to try to test the conditioning of Cutelaba late in the fight.
Cutelaba has never been finished. Misha Cirkunov has never been knocked out. Cirkunov looks up to Marcelo Garcia. George St. Pierre a great deal. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Marcelo Garcia, one of the best pound-for-pound Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in history. Cirkunov trying to set up that left hand now.
Well, the way this round started, a lot of people probably didn't expect to see a second, now 22 seconds away. Left hand is there for Cirkunov.
He's landing it now because he has superior lead foot position. He's slipping his head off the center line as well as he throws that left hand.
Calm down, relax, you're doing good. That jab's killing him. Yeah, the jab's killing him. Keep circling to your right, away from him. Let the kick go when he runs into it, more in and out. You know? Take. You keep catching him with the left hand, put a jab behind it, and then step in with the hook. And then step back out. And don't be afraid to push him against the cage if you need to. You can beat him up there. But you're doing good. Yeah, don't worry, it's all good. That's why you use the technique, you know? Use the technique.
Second, same, and third, I'm going to start pushing.
All right. If you get him down, try to get some position on him. Get some nice shoulder pressure, but don't force it. You're doing good. Keep circling. Deep breath.
Behind the black, please.
Right back to live action, round two here. A lot of action in that first round. Iwan Cutelaba making quite the statement, I think, to UFC fans in the first 5 minutes of his UFC career. Slightly outstruck, at least according to the unofficial numbers, by Misha Cirkunov in round one.
Certainly has. Looks like a Jeremy Stevens that has doubled in size.
Yeah. But man, just totally fearless stepping into that pocket against the dangerous Misha Cirkunov. Got touched by that left hand, or so it appeared.
Really, between both these men, it's been a battle for that cross, for that left hand of Cirkunov and the right hand of Cutelaba.
So for Cutelaba, all of his pro experience coming against fellow Orthodox fighters, what is the biggest challenge or among them when you're fighting a southpaw for the first time?
Oh, it's dealing with just different angles. Very difficult to get that lead foot position. It's something a lot of fighters aren't used to. You're moving the wrong way many times against the southpaw, and that can open you up to left hands and right hooks.
Cirkunov punctuating that combination with a right hand over the top.
Surprised that Cirkunov hasn't thrown his left kick to make things even more difficult for Cutelaba. Oh, Cutelaba switching his stances briefly here. Look for that upward elbow, now spinning back fist. Now back in his traditional stance here. I'd like to see Cirkunov throw that left high kick. It's another nice weapon for a southpaw going against a right-handed fighter, especially with Cutelaba holding that right hand a little bit low, especially as he comes with the jab. You see him dropping that right hand, and he just ate a left hand of Cirkunov.
Under 3 minutes now to go, round two.
Cirkunov much more efficient than we've seen him in the past.
Well, coming up in less than an hour, special edition FS1 UFC Fight Night. McDonald versus Thompson over on FS1, 10:30 Eastern time for the main card. And what a main event it's expected to be between two of the top welterweights in the world.
Cirkunov really landing with that jab now, John.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. If Iwan Cutelaba sees a third round, it will be the first time he has done so in his pro career. So many things impress you when it comes to Misha Cirkunov. I think the mental game is among them. Certainly wasn't taking this challenger lightly. He knew what he was getting in there against in this knockout specialist.
Very smart fighter. Very humble despite all of his physical gifts, talents, and really has the right approach to do some big things here at 205. But Cutelaba, no joke himself. Cirkunov doing a great job with that Dutch hand trap there. He's taking away the lead hand of Cutelaba, throwing off his range and coming up over the top with jabs and hooks.
Won't see a ton of kicks from Iwan Cutelaba, primarily a hand specialist, but got a great pair of hands on him. 1 minute now to go round two.
Yeah, I think if he wasn't facing a guy like Misha Cirkunov, who is excellent wrestling, he probably would have thrown more kicks here, but that is one of the threats. When you do attack the body or attack the leg, sometimes you can't be taken down as a counter, and Cutelaba probably is conservative because of that. Cirkunov now pressuring up against the cage in front of us, looking for the takedown. Cutelaba comes from a Greco-Roman wrestling background as well. See if Cirkunov starts to attack the legs with singles and doubles now. Throw him off.
Cirkunov's got an outstanding clinch game. Cutelaba doing a good job trying to minimize that offense coming back here. Third round straight ahead.
Awesome. Relax. Deep breath. Here's the water.
Держи его на передней руке, встречай жестко левой, только руки не опускай, не давай ему подходить на дистанцию. Jab, прямой левый, не может подойти. You're gonna try to push the face now.
Now it's on. Lots of jabs. Everything behind your jab. You want to whip that left hand? Jab. Bam. Let the kick. Yes.
He's getting weaker now.
Oh, he's done now. Well, he's not done, but you know he's getting weaker. When you put him against the cage, there, he's just resting. If you want to beat him up there some more, and then try to put him down. When you get in the clinch, try to lock your grip and just work it down his body. Okay. I think if you get lower, you'll be able to break him in.
Well, UFC 200 now just around the corner, shaping up to be the biggest event in UFC history. The main event, Daniel Cormier, John Jones, in a grudge match more than 18 months in the making. Also on tap, Brock Lesnar is back against Mark Hunt. Don't miss UFC 200, July 9th from the brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Only on pay-per-view. Tickets are still available. UFC 200 prelims start at 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1. All right, third and final round here, Kenny. Misha Cirkunov, Iwan Cutelaba. You like what you heard from that Cirkunov corner after round two?
Yeah, he said, now I'm going to put the pressure on him. I'm going to pick up the pace. And it's what we were talking about earlier. Going against a guy who has never been to the third round. That's what you want to do. Cirkunov attacking the body now. And this is the development you want to see in a guy like Cirkunov, a guy who has been very efficient throughout this fight. Maturing as a fighter, becoming more and more comfortable here in his third fight in the UFC. Oh, nice Superman punch from Cirkunov. And now in on a double. He gets it.
And the Superman punch opening a cut on that right eyebrow of Iwan Cutelaba. Also the first time Misha Cirkunov has seen a third round in his UFC career.
Well, Cirkunov needs to drag him away from the cage. Cirkunov, brilliant on the mat, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. A lot of competition wins on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu circuit. He's setting up that arm triangle. He's going to get this. There it is.
Misha Cirkunov.
Just start to finish, a brilliant approach from Misha Cirkunov.
Much to the delight of this Ontario crowd, Toronto's Misha Cirkunov becomes the first man to finish Iwan Cutelaba. Let's get to the move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, where you get nationwide coverage on the blazing fast 4G LTE T-Mobile network for $30 period.
Well, this is how good Misha is on the mat. There it is. That was his mistake right there. He went over, tried to reach, tried to push off. Misha got his head underneath that back of the tricep of Cutelaba. So strong, so tight, gets the finish.
All right, what do you think will be the best move of the night? Tweet, let us know at #MetroMove. And tune into the FS1 UFC Fight Night post-fight show immediately following the main event for the winning move. Another impressive finish for Misha Cirkunov. Official decision is next. Live in Ottawa for the FS1 UFC Fight Night prelims. Gorgeous night shot there of the Ottawa River. Parliament building in the background. Great time of year to be here in the nation's capital. All right, let's get it to Bruce Buffer now. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 22 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle, Misha Cirkunov.
So the UFC wins. The finishes keep on coming for Misha Cirkunov. Congratulations. Big one here tonight. I know you had a lot of respect for the challenger. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to tell everybody I'm not here by a fluke. I earned my way here, and now it's going to be very, very hard for anybody to stop me from being here.
I don't disagree with that. What was your thought process going into that third round? Because you really got after him, and of course the finish came shortly thereafter.
Well, I knew this guy, just please give him applause. Ian is a super, super talented fighter. He's a very hard hitter. And I knew that that's his main strength. That's why I didn't want to run from it. I didn't want to take him down. I want to stay and bang like I said I would. But the game plan was take him to the third round and push the pace, and that's exactly what I did. Very happy to be here, and I want to thank everybody from coming and supporting and cheering me on. You guys give me extra horsepower.
They certainly did. You lit up this arena. I want to take a look at the replay and the finish, and certainly you were able to get him out of there with the arm triangle.
Yeah, this is something, I mean, everybody knows. I train and I teach at Extreme Couture Toronto. I grapple pretty much every single day. I spar 4 times a week. Finally, I'm here and I'm doing what I always wanted with my life, and being here, I'm just really happy.
So 3-0 in the UFC, 3 finishes. You put yourself in position to call a shot here. Who might you see next year, light heavyweight?
You know, anybody. But Joe Silva, he knows. We had a little chit chat last night for about 2 hours, and he knows I work hard and I will fight anybody, so give me anybody.
An honor to watch you perform once again. Let's hear it, Ottawa. Your winner, Misha Cirkunov.
The benefits of keeping your right foot on the outside of the lead foot of your opponent when you're a southpaw means left hands, crosses. And he was beating him to the punch every single time. He just had the angle on him. And that's why he kept landing left hand after left hand. And how about that for a left hand? Superman punch right into the double leg, right in front of us here in the cage. Slid right across the body as soon as he had that head position. Got that arm triangle, and that was it for Cutelaba.
Well, and the physical skills, the grappling ability, the striking, that's all obvious, but the mental game, the fight IQ, the approach to this fight continue to be borderline blown away by Misha Cirkunov thus far in the UFC.
Yeah, not good for anyone else at 205. He continues to improve, continues to get more comfortable here in the octagon.
So a new light heavyweight contender emerges tonight in Misha Cirkunov.